dumbasses still. Too many of you still just don't want to accept what this is. So let me give you a history lesson of what this shithole country is. And if you don't like that, then you can ship your ass back to England with your head up your ass. Because you don't actually want to hear the history of America. So let me tell you what this country is. When we as white people were too lazy to do our own jobs, we stole black people from Africa on the Middle Passage. 1.2 million died. Sharks would follow the boats, waiting for the bodies. And then we kept them as fucking animals. Beat them, whipped them, put them in trees, fed them to fucking alligators. Burnt down their Wall Street. Then we put Asians in internment camps. Women couldn't even fucking vote or have rights or credit or no-fault divorce until the 80s. 1860s, the Supreme Court said black people weren't even citizens. And part of this country doesn't want to fucking hear that. I'm a patriot. You're a piece of shit, is what you are. You're not a fucking patriot. You're a nationalist. You don't want to actually talk about American history. You want to talk about white history. Which is why you don't want slavery in the Smithsonian. Because it offends your version of American exceptionalism. We are a shithole country. We're not even the greatest country in North America. And once again, if you don't like it, ship your ass back to England. You don't have to announce your departure. Deport yourself. Go back to where you came from, because this isn't your fucking land. It belonged to the Native Americans until we shit on it. And then Andrew Jackson, may he rot in hell, made over 300 treaties with the 5 tribes. And he ignored all of them through the Trail of Tears, and we forced them to walk, and 16,000 died. But hey, don't you dare criticize this country, white man. If you don't like it, you can leave. America's the best of the best of the best. Y'all have fucking concepts of brains like you have concepts of what history is. This country has been a shitty country for everybody that doesn't look like me. And now what you're seeing with a podcaster, even though 47,000 people died from gun violence, the white people finally got a fraction of an inch of what a black person has dealt with since the fucking beginning of this experiment. And now you guys, oh, the rapture is coming. Oh, put Charlie's name's Kirk on a Starbucks. Oh my God, cancel Starbucks. Oh, this is the Great Awakening. Jesus is coming. He spoke to me. Jesus didn't speak to you after Ahmaud Arbery was chased down by 3 white supremacists? U.S. citizens, by the way. God didn't speak to you then? How about Uvalde, when the cops sat on their asses for an hour and watched children just fucking get murdered? God didn't speak to you then? How about 2 weeks before the podcaster? 6-year-olds were gunned down in a church, praying with Bibles and 10 Commandments on the wall. God didn't speak to you then? Oh, all of a sudden you want to weaponize the name of God because your white privilege got shit on. And even when you hear this, your little fucking fragile brains can't even handle the truth. Because you're so fucking racist. That's what this is about. It's not about taxes or tips or making your life better or universal health care or bringing the price of your housing down. They haven't done shit in this Klan administration. Not a goddamn thing. Except for sit on his fat ass in golf and rename the Gulf of Mexico and shit on non-white people. And you're like, yeah, praise Jesus. Woo, praise Jesus. Yeah, America first. And your dumbasses don't even realize that the U.S. dollar has gone down by 17%. That all your trade partners are not using us anymore. And then at some point, when the debt is cashed in from Canada and China and Japan, they're going to cash it in and the dollar's going to tank. But at least to own the libs, America first, America first. You don't even take care of America first. 36.8 million people live in poverty. 14 million kids go to school hungry. 46,000 people die every year for gun violence. Not a fucking thing from you pro-life people. But Charlie Kirk, a podcaster, oh, it's the Great Awakening. You are what's wrong with this country. You're selfish. You're racist. You're white supremacist. You're misogynist. You voted for a Klan leader that is an adjudicated rapist. He fucking raped women, and you're like, hey, no one's perfect. Would you vote for Hitler? Hey, no one's perfect. I like his tax plan. Yeah, Jeffrey Epstein's done some bad things, but I think, you know what? I don't vote for the man. I vote for the policy. No tax on tips. No one's perfect. Praise Jesus. You have no morality. And you just want white America. Until we deal with this problem, nothing will change. And the reason it hasn't is because people that look like me are still, right now, hiding behind your privilege. And last week, you saw those people, your cousins, your brothers, your sisters, your friends, your high school people that you don't talk to, they scurried out like a bunch of fucking cockroaches. Oh, Charlie Kirk, podcaster. Nothing, not a goddamn thing about anything else that this guy's done. Not the rape, not the insurrection, not the felonies, not asking for black people to be executed in New York, not the white supremacy, not insulting women, calling them ugly, not a goddamn thing. But the white podcaster, somehow, that's a bridge too far, and I'm just going to have to correct you. That is why we're here. They were fine with everybody else getting treated like crap. But until something touched their white privilege, then they cared. They're not Christians. They're not people of faith. They're modern-day Pharisees. They are the remnants of the lost cause. And that point in time is where we failed as a country. Robert E. Lee was a piece of shit slave owner. May he rot in hell. But to them, the lost cause, oh, it was about states' rights. No, it wasn't. Mississippi said, we want to keep slavery because the black man, in their words, the Negro, are the only people that can work in the tropical sun. And it will be detrimental to the commerce of the states if it's done. So basically, their stance was God made black people to serve the white man. Does that sound like a states' rights issue? Does it? But instead of accepting it, you guys lied to yourself. And then once again, 2020, oh no, it was rigged. Did you see Martin Luther King go to violence? Rosa Parks? John Lewis? But the white man lost an election and they believed the lie, so they get away with beating officers with American flagpoles. They're patriots, but if you kneel before a flag peacefully, you're a son of a bitch. Funny how that works. Make America white again. Until we deal with this, we will never get out of this. And if it has to burn to the ground, then so be it. Because this is why we're here. This is the only reason we're here. And if you want to go back to the economics part, that's cool. But go look at the Hurricane Katrina documentary. You know what happened? Certain parts, when they were rebuilt after the flooding, they were primarily black. You know what happened? The white man raised the rent by 2 and 3 times. What do you think happened to those black communities? Oh yeah, I'll let you know. Spoiler alert, it turned to a white community. Why? Because they didn't want to pay black people a fair wage. So when you say, I don't have privilege, fuck off. Have you had to give a talk to your kid? Have you had your house redlined? Was your house valued more? Were you called the N-word? Did you have to give your kid the talk? Then fuck off with your white privilege. Just because you're poor doesn't mean you don't have privilege. It means that you're treated differently than everybody else. That's what white privilege is. And you can shove it up your ass. Have a white day.